10 minutes cruising away from Wheaton Aston, where we stayed for a couple of quite pleasant evenings. We nipped into the pub, you know, we did our usual, try it out, have a drink, have a bite to eat, and now we're continuing on our trip up the Shropshire Union. Very nice too. All along the Shropshire Union, it's built on lengths where they're on embankments. Like this one, you can see all the trees below, and that's the way it was doing this last great industrial canal, which was used for all the commercial transportation from down at Ellesmere Port or coming down via the Trent and Mersey and Middlewich branch, and eventually making the way to Cut End at the bottom of the Shropshire Union, and then it was onto the Staffs and Worcester and up the Wolverhampton 21 into Birmingham. And this was an immensely popular route. It was certainly built for speed, definitely was, as you can see with when you look how straight it is. It's as straight as possible, the Shropshire Union. Very rural, but it's not got many bends in it. But we love it. We think it's great being through the countryside. And up and down this canal for many years came the Shropshire flyboats, which had priority over everything. And they had all the locks done in advance for them. They did 24 hours a day travel overnight. Everything was prepared, and we had the privilege of towing the only flyboat left called Saturn, and we did it with a friend of ours on his very old icebreaker called Green Man, and we towed it from Frankton Locks on the Llangollen. Now, not many people have done that, that's for certain. Yes, the trees have certainly come out since, you know, they've all grown a lot since we came down this way. Little bit of a slalom course, this one. Imagine wanting to moor under here in middle of winter in the high winds somehow. I know there's quite a few trees come down on the Shropshire over winter, and I think you might see the reason why. Stunning example of a turnover bridge where the horse is changed over to the other side, you know, on the towpath. Absolutely gorgeous. I know I keep going on about scenery. Now tell me, is that not lovely? Yes, I could think of a lot worse places I'd rather not be boating. The Shropshire Union is one of the safest canals as well. That's the other magical thing about it. It's a very safe canal. this boat as we're going past now, which is looking quite rusty these days. We've seen that when it was brand spanking new in its grey primer. But that's what happens if you don't get some proper paint on it. It'll just slowly but surely rust away. Grey primer is purely temporary and needs covering ASAP. Or any other colour primer. Grey's normally a common colour. Well, we're very slowly making our way out of Norbury. And I think we should be alright for Norbury today. I think we're on schedule. They don't have to play games with your errands. They seem to enjoy it. If you just trundle along on your boat, they seem to just enjoy waiting till you get up to them and then flying off a little bit further down the canal. Very unusual birds, but they can be a pest. I know we have a pond at home with some really nice fishing, and we have to put a mesh over to stop these things coming down and taking the fish, because they are murder. Very soon we'll be coming to the very long Shelmore embankment. This had a huge bearing on the build of the Shropshire Union. It was a huge job to make an embankment so secure and so long all them years ago. And then of course we'll get to Norbury, where we hope to stay for a couple of nights, and we're definitely going to be frequenting the junction inn. We like Norbury, we always have, so we're looking forward to it. I was having a little walk and I thought, well, that's a good logo. That could be success written all over it. And they could have it in what colour they wanted and it'd still mean the same thing. All I can say, those were the days.